In our society, in our people, in our families, knowledge was passed down orally. It wasn't written down, but it was passed down orally. One of the interesting things that happened to me a couple of weeks ago was that one of our stories, I gave one of our stories to the University of New South Wales, and they were able to date it by an incident that was described in the story. And the horrible thing about it was they dated it at 74,000 years. How did we know that that incident happened if we were only here 40,000 years ago? Now, we've cared for this land for all that time for one simple reason. The land is our mother. The land is a living entity. It is alive. When I was a little kid, I used to think that the earthquakes was the land crying, was sobbing. You know how you go, that was an earthquake. And that proved to us that the land was alive. And we cared for it. We took what she gave us. We accepted what she gave us. We did not take. Now, I'm going to go down through time to about 15 years ago. My family, on my father's side, the non-Aboriginal side, owned some land, or still own it. We've owned it since 1880. This land is in Cobar, or on the edge of Cobar. This land contains a lot of gold. And we had my cousin who manages the land, rang us up. She said, the gold miners are coming. They have cut our fences. They brought the machinery in. They say they're going to put in a 12-mile long open cut. So the Neo part and the Bodkin, the peoples out there, laid in front of the bulldozers and wouldn't allow them to move, while we put an Aboriginal place declaration over the land. And we could do that. The mining company brought in archaeologists, and the archaeologists said, this land has no use for Aboriginal people. It's too dry, there's no sign of Aboriginal people. He was standing right on a site that was 900 years old. It was an ochre site, and there were ochre pallets around it. This archaeologist did not see them, or did not want to see them. Anyway, was taken to court, and we were able to prove that it was a traditional Aboriginal site. They brought in their experts, within, I think it was 3 weeks, in just a 25-acre area, they found 425 sites, men's sites, women's sites, children's sites, that would have been destroyed. We then put a whole lot of other declarations over the land, which stopped the mining. But they're still looking at it because the gold is there. And as far as we're concerned, that gold will always be there. It will never be removed. Remembering that every area of our country has water, groundwater flowing through it. What has that done to the groundwater system? Or what will it do to the groundwater system? What is all those mines out our way? The coal mines and that. What has that done to the groundwater system? But there's another form of mining we've got to look at too. And that is water mining. That is amateur, Coca-Cola, Mel Franklin, mining our water from our aquifers. Now the worst part about that is what's being pumped into those aquifers is not being diluted from the coal seam gas. What are we going to do for our water in the future? because that's going to eventually go into our rivers and our lakes. We're not just interfering with now, we are interfering with the lives of our great-grandchildren. But the whole thing is, we are killing. We are killing our earth. And it'll be too late when we cry for it. It'll be gone. We'll be dead. We'll have to find another planet to live on. And we'll probably wreck that too. Sorry, I didn't talk much about our spirituality. As I said, we believe that the land is our mother. And she must be cared for as we would care for our own mother. We must accept what she gives us, but we cannot take. And that's what we're doing. All for money, all for taxes. Not even for comfort, because how many poor people are there now? How many homeless? Our taxes aren't helping them. It's my talking to myself. Okay, thank you.